Nick! Where'd you go?
You're up.
Yeah. I can't believe it. We have been in bed all night and most of today.
You don't want to get up just now, do you?
We're gonna have to eventually.
Eventually's a long way out.
I can't tell you how happy I am, or how beautiful it's been. But I can't stop thinking about the baby. I've wasted so much time not looking for him.
We'll make up for it. I promise. See? I haven't forgotten. Just so you don't feel guilty about us.
No, not about us.
And my offer of marriage still stands. Just in case you're wondering.
Thank you.
Come on. Let's not get out of bed yet.
I'd say you were very lazy if I didn't know better. We're gonna have to face the real world pretty soon, you know.
I know. Just shut the real world out for a moment, okay?
Okay.
One thing about the real world, it won't go away. It'll just stay there and wait for us as long as it takes.
Brandon? Brandon, sweetheart, where are you? Brandon? My baby is with his mother. Oh, God, she's taken him.
Where are we going here, Mommy? I thought you said we were going to buy a present for Rosa.
Sweetheart, come here. Sit down. I need to talk to you. Well, you see, we're not going back to Rosa's. You're going to be staying with me for a little while.
Oh, okay. Why don't we just go back home?
Well, because they want to take you away from me there, and that's why I came to get you.
Will they be mad at us?
Oh, no, sweetheart, they won't be mad at you. It's just so hard to explain something so big to someone who's so little. Brandon, you see, it's very complicated, dear, and... Well, now, I want you to do exactly as I say. Now, do you promise?
Sure. What do you want me to do?
Well, nothing right now, sweetheart. I just mean from now on.
Okay.
You're such a good boy. I have to make some plans.
Who are you going to call?
A car rental place, sweetheart. We need some transportation. We can't get very far on foot now, can we? Yes, hello. I'd like to inquire about renting a car. For how long? Well, I don't know how long we'll need it. That all depends.
Mason, hello.
Afternoon, Rosa. I came by to see Santana.
Haven't you heard about Brandon?
No, heard what?
He's gone. Gina came and got him. She stole him from us right out of our front yard.
Jean, I don't believe that. How do you know she took him?
Because she left a note saying so.
My baby is with his mother.
I thought I should bring that to you before I called the police.
Damn it, I was afraid she was unstable.
Santana, when did this happen? When did you last see Brandon? About 3 o'clock this afternoon. He was playing right there in the front yard.
Look, Dad, I think we ought to call the police now. This is silly here.
No, I don't. I think we should wait. She might bring him back voluntarily. We don't want to push her into doing anything that might harm him.
I don't think she would hurt the boy. She loves him too much.
You see, Gina is just not herself. We don't know what her mental state is, and she has kidnapped Brandon.
Now, let's not panic. She may have just taken him because she wants to see him, spend a little time with him.
I am in a panic, even if you're not. This is exactly what I was afraid was going to happen. Cece, I warned you about it.
I'd like to know how she got out of that damned hospital. The only thing I can think is that Mason helped her. I don't care how much he denies it, that's what I believe.
Hi, Daddy.
Hi.
Eden, honey, what'd you find out? Any sign of Kelly?
None at all. Neither of them.
Well, everything is going from bad to worse.
Didn't Cruz come in with you? No, he stayed back up there to help look for them. Hi, Mama. Hi, darling. Daddy Cruz told me to tell you that he's not going to stop looking till he finds them.
I appreciate what he's doing.
Y'all look really worried.
Gina managed to get out of the sanitarium, went to Rose's, and took Brandon.
I think Mason had a hand in it.
Well, did you call the police?
Not yet.
Well, I think you should.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think Brandon has anything to fear from Gina.
Well, I agree with you, but I still think that someone should be looking for her, don't you?
I agree. That's what I've said from the beginning.
I hate to think about it, but my last few visits with her, I didn't see much improvement. Perhaps we'd better call the police and let them handle it.
Sorry, Daddy.
Christy, would you get that? And whoever it is, just take a message.
Certainly.
And please, don't be too long. I want to keep the lines clear.
Capitol residence.
I'd like to talk to Sophia Capel, please. This is Steve Bassett calling. I'm with the district attorney's office.
I'm sorry, but Mrs. Capel can't come to the phone right now. I'll take a message.
Christy, is that you? Well, I'll be darned, it really is. You sure do get around.
Lockridges, Capels. You're traveling in fast company these days, kiddo. Congratulations.
Well, tell Mrs. Capel you called.
Who is it?
It was my stepbrother, Steve. He wanted to talk to Mrs. Capel.
Eugenia?
No, Sophia.
Telephone call for me.
Yeah, I didn't think you'd want to take it right now. His name is Steve Bassett, and he's with the district attorney's office.
I wonder what that's all about.
I don't know, but I bet it's very important, and I think I should call him back.
I'm sorry, I didn't know.
No, it's all right. Don't worry about it.
Listen, Daddy, I'm really sorry there's no news on Kelly. Cruz is really doing the best he can. It's just let those woods go on forever.
Sweetheart, does Cruz think that there's a chance that they won't be found again?
Daddy, we haven't even thought of the possibility. We're just hoping that they're alive and that we'll find them.
As much as I appreciate what Cruz is doing, I think he needs more than optimism. I think he needs manpower. When Sophia gets off the phone, I'm going to call my friends in Sacramento. I'm going to get some state law enforcement officers in here. I'm going to find Kelly. I'm not going to trust it to luck.
In the bag.
Huh?
It's a bunny!
I told you that snare would work.
Oh, it's so cute. What, is he hurt?
No, but he's going to be hurt very soon if we're going to have rabbit stew tonight for dinner.
What? You're not planning on eating this little thing, are you?
Oh, yeah. No, I'm planning to share it with you. I'm hungry, but I'm not a glutton.
You can't do that. You can't eat him, Nick.
Kelly, you cannot fall in love with animals that you catch for the purpose of eating. No.
Well, I wouldn't if it were a crocodile or something ugly, but not this little thumper. Look at
You
him.
told me you were hungry, right?
I'm not that hungry. Look at this bunny. Look at his nose and his little ears. Isn't he the cutest thing you've ever seen?
This is like a scene out of Mice and Men. Listen, Kelly, if we're going to survive, we have to learn how to live off of the land. The little food we have left is not going to last more than a week or so, if that.
Oh, I don't care. Look, you can have my share, okay? I just couldn't stand for you to do anything to this bunny. I don't have it in me.
I'll kill him. I'll skin him. I'll cook him. All you have to do is eat him.
I don't believe you. I'm disappointed in you.
Kelly, we have to learn how to be practical, be tough. You know, if we don't eat, we'll die. This is not an endangered species. Far from it. They breed like rabbits. The hills are full of them. Now listen, if you want a pet rabbit, I'll get you one. But this rabbit we are going to have tonight for dinner. Maybe you better go upstairs. I'll call you when it's over. Don't move. Okay, pal. This is the way it's got to be. Just don't look at me like that.
So, still love me?
With almost all my heart.
Almost all your heart. What part are you keeping from me?
The part that loves my son. Can you understand that and not be hurt?
Of course I can.
We just gotta find him. And then I can think about us in the future and mortgages and more babies.
You know I'm going to do everything I can to help you.
Oh, I know you will. You are strong and dependable and honest, and you are everything I have ever wanted.
All I want to do is make you happy. That's all that matters to me. Being with you. Well, sometimes I think what it'd be like if I lost you.
That's how I feel about my son. I'm lost without him.
I think it's time we get going and find Mr. Lee, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just as soon as I give you another kiss.
I wish you could see Danube River from here. It is most perfect view.
We'll be visiting it, I'm sure.
Yes, there is the Stephansdom. This spire you see is most famous.
Certainly is.
Well, I hope you enjoy your stay in Vienna.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Oh, this is such a beautiful city.
Jack, come over here and look.
Yes, it is beautiful, isn't it?
Ooh, and think about all those pastries out there ready to be eaten. No wonder they invented Sigmund Freud. But of course, you've probably seen all this already, haven't you, being the world traveler that you are?
That's right, I have. From the ground, from the air, never from the side of a lady quite as beautiful as yourself.
Jack, you always know the right things to say. What do you have, a phrase book in there full of right things to say at any given
Whatever I
moment?
say comes straight from my heart.
Well, good thing this is a comfortable bed. I'm bushed. I feel like I've been in an airplane all my life.
I'm tired, huh?
Oh, boy, I'm exhausted.
I like this.
What, me being exhausted?
Ah, you being here, captive in a strange country, totally at my mercy.
Why don't you just switch gears right now, Jack? It'll save you a lot of regret later.
I agree with you. I've been in neutral for weeks. I think it's time we got back to the one thing we were good at so many years ago.
Don't, Jack.
Don't say don't to me, Julia. There's certain powers that can't be stopped once you set them in motion.
Do you mean to tell me she might be able to get away with this? What if she hurts him? What if she's still taking those pills and gets in an accident or something?
Santana, I'm sure that's not going to happen.
I'm going to see to it that she's picked up and brought back here, wherever she is. Now, the first thing we're going to do is make sure she hasn't left Santa Barbara with him. We're going to see that they're checking all the airports and bus terminals.
Excuse me. Hi. Hi. What's wrong, honey?
I just couldn't stand to stay there anymore. And I feel like I should have stayed. I feel really guilty for not helping find Kelly.
Eden, that's ridiculous to feel guilty. Cruz is more than capable of finding Kelly, and he feels as close to her as anyone could.
I know. I just feel like there should have been something more I could have done. I mean, Cruz and I, all we did was fight the whole time.
You still love him very much, don't you?
Yeah, I do. And I don't know how I'm going to get over this. I've never felt this way about anyone in my entire life.
If you want something enough, and you feel strongly about it, you'll get it eventually.
Yes, that's correct. Yes.
Okay?
Yeah, I just feel so lousy about this whole thing. The whole family's falling apart, and there's
Not a thing I can do to stop it.
Well, listen, what can you do when people act so crazy? Well, I don't mean that your family's crazy or anything. It's just that they're acting kind of stupid. Maybe stupid isn't the right word. I'm not doing this very good.
I understand, Christine. Thank you.
Well, Mason, you finally decided to show up?
Well, I came over as soon as Rosa told me what had happened.
Are you sure that she had to tell you? You're not involved in this?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Didn't you help Gina? Aren't the two of you accomplices in trying to take Brandon away from here? If you had anything to do with this, I will make sure that you rot in jail the rest of your life.
You must be out of your mind. I didn't know anything about it. I'm as concerned as you are.
Save me your crocodile tears, Mason. You can't fool me so easily.
Well, then use your common sense, Dad. Come on. Brandon is the only key that I have left to your money. You can't seriously think that I'd let any harm come to him, certainly not at Gina's hand.
I don't know what to think anymore. Why don't you just get out of here if you can't help us find them? Go on. Leave.
Oh, don't start ordering me out of the house again.
Cece, this is not the time for family quarrels. This is the time for all of us to work together.
Sophia's right, Dad. And point of fact, I may be the only one who can get Brandon back.
Oh, how is that?
Because Gina trusts me.
Well, then, damn it, don't just stand here. Do something.
First, I want to know how grateful you'll be if I succeed.
Are you crazy? It's in all our interest to get Brandon back now. Don't just stand there and bargain with me.
Oh, sorry. Sometimes I can't help myself. It's a force of habit. You're right. We can bargain later. I'll get on it right away.
Cece, don't get angry. It's not good for you. Mason might be able to help us.
He'd better be able to.
Because I'm not coming down until it is.
You can come down now. I'm finished.
You didn't do it, did you? Oh, Nick, you couldn't have done it.
Would you like to see?
Of course I don't want to see.
Well, I think you should.
No, I shouldn't see it. I don't want to look at it.
We're going to look at this
I don't want to
now.
look.
Come on.
Nick.
I'm going to hold you here until you do. I gave him some fresh green grass. And he likes it very much. You see?
You didn't do it.
No, I couldn't, darn it. It's just too cute.
Oh, thank you. I'm so happy.
We aim to please, ma'am.
Oh, look at him. I know what I want to call her.
What?
Brigitte. Like the girl in the diary.
Brigitte. That's a very big name for a very small rabbit.
I don't care. I like it.
Well, it's your rabbit.
You know, I don't like her in a cage either. I mean, not that your cage isn't nice. That's not it. It's just I want her to be free like we are. Isn't she soft? She's so soft.
All right, now what the hell's with you two?
60, 80, 100. There, now, it's a simple enough question. Where did you drop off the blonde woman with the little boy? Talked with your dispatcher. I know you picked him up, so where'd you let him off?
And you don't tell anybody I told you, right?
I'll protect you to the end.
All right, I picked up that apartment house first. And I took her way across town. That's where she picked up the kid. After that, I took him to the Oasis Motel.
Yeah, I'm familiar with it.
Let me tell you something, too. She paid me the fare, all right, but she stiffed me on my tip.
Well, you've been tipped now. I trust it's enough to keep you quiet?
Hey, don't worry about me, pal. For this kind of bread, I ain't picked up a blonde woman or a kid in 6 months.
Good man. I'm sure there's a special place in heaven for discreet cab drivers.
Vienna.
Vienna?
Austria. I just talked to Augusta, who talked to Julia.
Jack Lee took Julia to Austria?
Yeah. Have you got a passport?
Yeah, I do. Are we going to follow him? Do you have one?
Yeah, I've always had one. I used to think I'd be able to check out to Europe and stay for a while. Always need a passport on a minute's notice.
Fine, now we have passports. We need plane fare. Where are we going to get that?
Yeah. Well, let's see. A cheap plane fare won't be hard to find. I've got my charge cards. Let's see.
Oh, honey, we barely have enough money to pay for the hotel room.
hate it when you're quiet. What are you thinking? Come on, we gotta follow.
All right, just calm down for a second. I'm trying to think, okay?
Okay.
Just let me sort this out in my mind somehow.
Stop it! Jack, that's enough!
What's the matter?
Stop it! Will you get off of me? I can't breathe.
What is it? What's the matter? Am I being too rough? Thought you were enjoying this as much as I was.
You don't care anything about what I think. What has gotten into you? You used to be gentle and patient. What is the big hurry here?
Expect, Julia. You excite me.
It's like exciting a bull. Now all you do is charge.
All right. Listen, I'll slow down. It's all right. I'll slow down.
No.
What do you mean, no? Listen, if this is more of a teasing, I'm not going to put up with it. You've been playing this little trick on me for weeks. You turn me on and then you turn me off. I'm not going to put up with it anymore, Julia.
I don't want to now. I'm not in the mood. And as a matter of fact, I'd like you to get your own room.
My own room?
That's right.
Are you kidding? How am I going to explain that?
Who do you have to explain it to?
The concierge, for one, when I ask him to move me.
Who cares what the concierge think? Tell him I threw you out of the room. This is Europe, Jack. They're very European about those things. Just go away. I want to be alone. I want to sleep alone.
I didn't bring you all the way to Vienna to sleep alone. You better understand that right now.
No, you didn't, did you? Well, fine. Fine. Good, fine. Then I'm going home. Shoot, how would you like that? Is that what you want? Or would you rather that you humiliate me and degrade me just a little bit longer so I can really relish in the experience?
Stop this, will you? You know that's not what I want. I want you. Now, I don't see how it's degrading you to want to make love to me.
It all depends on how you do it. If you would treat me like a human being instead of a $2 hooker, I may not have objected. I came to Vienna because I wanted to be with you, Jack. If you recall, I'm the one that asked you. But that doesn't mean being used by you whenever the mood strikes you. You're not behaving like a lover or a gentleman.
All right. I apologize for offending you. I offended you. I apologize for taking too much for granted. I beg your pardon for being ardent and overexcited. Now, could we quit arguing and make up, please?
Stop it! You're doing the same damn thing again. Go in another room. Just go in another room and just cool off.
You serious about throwing me out?
You bet I am. Just take your luggage and get out of here. As far as I'm concerned, wherever you hang yourself is home.
I talk about humiliating somebody.
Oh, don't try to get sympathy out of me. Look, you've done this to me before. I'm kind of glad that you know how
I don't believe this. I don't believe this. Come 7,000 miles and have this happen. I should have known I couldn't trust you. It's all what you want, isn't it? Doesn't matter what I want. Doesn't matter a bit. Is that right?
Don't pull this on me, Jack. I feel like I've been savaged by a band of outlaws. Now, you should be on your knees begging my forgiveness.
How long is this punishment going to last? Can I come by later and take you to dinner? Or would you prefer to eat alone, too?
I don't know. After I take my shower, get dressed, and recover, I will let you know.
Fine. And meanwhile, I will see whether I feel like calling you.
Whatever you do is fine with me. He's different. He is not Jack Lee. He is an imposter. He has got to be. God, what am I losing my mind?
You said your name was Mr. Woody?
Well, not Mr., just Woody. Now, how come you folks are way up here in the mountains, so far from... Oh, sorry, I forgot. No question either way.
Right.
Well, that don't say I can't give no advice now. You're going to stay up here very long. You got to learn to live in the wilderness. You understand?
We'll get along just fine. I've had some survival training.
You're not up here on a honeymoon, are you?
Not exactly, no.
Well, I can't say that I blame you for wanting to get out of the city and learn places like that. That's what brung me up here. I wanted to find me a place where I could breathe some clean air and a man can clear his head out.
That's as good a reason as any for living in the mountains.
Yeah, but it's not the only one. I had me a woman once, pretty like this girl here. Married her, too.
You left your wife to come all the way up here?
Well, she died on me. She wasn't much more than your age, neither. Prettiest thing a man could ever hope to see. Hair like honey.
I'm sorry.
Well, I haven't drawn a happy breath since. I'm gonna go now. Thanks for the grub.
Sure, I'm glad we could be of some help.
I don't know what you're looking for, but sure hope you find it. Both of you. Thanks, Fred.
So long.
Yep. You sure do remind me of my wife.
I feel sorry for him. Never seen anyone look so sad, though. Nick, was that how I was when Joe died?
You missed him terribly.
It's scary in a way. Not being able to imagine what it feels like to feel pain like that. Except, I know that's how I'd feel if something happened to you. And I wish Woody never would have come up here. And I don't want to go back to the city either. If there aren't going to be sad people over there, I'd just rather stay here forever.
Kelly, sadness lives everywhere. I mean, look at Woody. And there are some very happy people in the city, too.
Yeah, but how do I know I'd be one of them?
That's easy. Because you're a happy person. And that happiness would still be with you then.
Yeah, but Nick, I'm happy now. And I want to go on being the way I am with you.
Kelly, we're going to have to leave here eventually.
Boy, we don't. Why do we have to?
Because, I mean, nothing lasts forever, Kelly. Life is full of changes. And you got to be ready for them and take them in stride when they come.
I'm not ready for it, Nick. I'm not ready to be unhappy either, and I never will be.
Sweetheart, did you have enough to eat?
Yes.
Well, it wasn't very substantial, but once we're on the road, I'll get you something better.
When are we going to leave? Did you get a car yet?
Well, I'm still working on that one. See, the problem is most places want credit cards. All I have is cash, but don't you worry. I'll find a place sooner or later.
I wish I had a credit card to give you.
All I want from you is your love, sweetheart. Well, why don't you brush your teeth, get washed up, and we should get to bed soon.
Okay.
It's Mason. Are you in there?
Mason? How did you find me? I was so careful.
Dear girl, this is craziness. Anybody can be found if you know how to go about it. Don't you realize what you've done?
Yes, I've gotten my boy back with me where he belongs.
You've shown that you're not a responsible parent.
Wanting to take care of my son isn't responsible?
Now, Dad can put you back in the sanitarium for even longer if he wants to. He's got half the police force out looking for you. You've raised some major legal questions to boot. Where is Brandon?
He's brushing his teeth. And he's fine if that's what you're worried about.
I'm worried about a lot of things, but mostly about you. Whatever possessed you to do a fool thing like this? When I left you, you said you were going back to the hospital.
Well, I changed my mind. Mason, I can cure myself. I can't stand being without Brandon.
Well, you may have to be without him permanently. I mean, by the time you get through serving a life sentence for having abducted him, there won't be a whole lot of time left to visit with him, will there? You realize what a stupid thing you've done?
All I have to do is get a car, and then we'll be gone.
Gone where?
Somewhere where no one will ever find us.
A car won't get you there, Gina. You're gonna need a magic carpet. Gina, let me talk some sense into you, okay? You're gonna end up ruining Brandon's life, not to mention your own.
My life doesn't mean anything to me without Brandon. And I'm through listening to you anyway. I'm going to go by my instincts from now on.
Oh, wonderful. And what are your instincts telling you to do?
To take my son and go as far and as fast as I can, and never to look back.
Oh, now that's very sound thinking. You turned Brandon into a fugitive and yourself into a criminal. Brandon will thank you for that someday. Of course, he may have to do it through iron bars.
Mason, don't say that. I don't want to hear that.
No, you don't want to hear anybody say anything that makes sense to you.
Mason, if I go back now, you know what they'll do to me. Cece will have me committed for the rest of my life. Sophia will end up raising Brandon, and Santana will be hovering over him every minute, and he'll forget all about me.
That's not true, Gina. Make sure nothing like that happens.
You'll make sure? You know you can't block Cece. You couldn't stop him from ruining you. How are you going to help us? Mason, I'm telling you, this is the only way. I've got to get out of Santa Barbara. Just don't try to stop me.
Mason, hi.
Hi, Brandon. It's good to see you.
You coming with us?
What about the caviar and champagne? Are they on the train yet? Oh, fine. You seem to have taken excellent care of everything. Yes, I know you did. What about the other members of the cartel? They in Vienna yet? They're still filtering in? No, it's all right. I mean, we don't leave until tomorrow night. They'll all get here. Yes, in the meanwhile, I think it'd be a good idea if you called New Staland and told them we're on schedule here and tell them to make any final preparations they want to. Right. Yes, well, thank you very much for taking such good care of us. I'll see you tomorrow night.
Once you're ready to go in 5 minutes, coming to pick you up.
I'll be ready. Don't worry.
Good evening. I'm Steve Bassett.
Yes, the gate called. You're from the district attorney's office, right?
That's right. I've been assigned to Sophia Cappel's case.
Yes, I know. I'm her daughter, Edie.
Well, how do you do?
Nice to meet you.
Mrs. Cappel suggested I come by in person.
Oh, I'm glad. And Mom? This is Steve Bassett, Sophia Cappel.
Yes, we spoke on the phone.
Pleasure to meet you in person, Mrs. Cappel.
Thank you.
Excuse me.
Would you like to stand?
Thank you. I'm here because I have something of a problem, Mrs. Cappel. Your arraignment is coming up shortly, and I understand that your lawyer, Jack Lee, is out of town. There doesn't seem to be any indication of when he's coming back. So I thought I'd better advise you that you're either going to have to file for a postponement or hire a new attorney, just in case.
I see. Well, I'm sure Mr. Lee will be back in plenty of time. However, I would like to discuss this with Mr. Cappel first.
Discuss what, Sophia?
Cece, this is Mr. Bassett from the district attorney's office.
How do you do?
Mr. Cappel?
What is it you want to talk to me about, Sophia?
Mr. Bassett seems to feel since Jack Lee is out of town, I either have to petition for a postponement or find new representation.
Well, I think we have a few days to make that decision, don't we, Mr. Bassett?
Yes, but I wanted to put Mrs. Cappel on notice. My office is prepared to proceed, and we'd like to do it on schedule.
Well, I'm afraid I can't go into this with you right now. My family is in the middle of a crisis. I'll have to get back to you about it.
Do you have any idea when that'll be?
It will be when I have time to think about it.
Very well, Mr. Cappel. I hope you'll contact me. I've been assigned to handle the case.
I'll let you know. Good night, Mr. Bassett.
I'll be expecting your call, Mr. Cappel. Good night, everyone.
Good night.
What are you doing?
Oh, nothing.
Looked like you saw a ghost.
No, I'll be right back. Steve.
Well, hello.
What were you doing in there? Why were you talking to all them people?
Relax, Christy. It had nothing to do with you. In fact, if you prefer, I won't even tell people we're related.
We're not related. You're not even a blood relative. You're just a stepbrother.
Then I guess you won't mind if people know that...
Please just don't ruin things for me. I tried so hard.
Honey, you can't run from the past. Sooner or later, it's bound to catch up with you. And I don't know why you'd want to run from people that love you. We do love you, babe. All of us. I hope you know that.
I don't want to go
go back. I'm not ready to go back
This may be our last chance for a long time. I've got to
You
signal
don't
him.
have to do anything. Please. Please, for my sake.
It's a mistake, Kelly.
No, it wasn't. It's too soon, Nick. I need more time. We both do. I was upstairs just now, lying down, trying to feel that sadness that man felt. Knowing that it was probably the same kind that I felt for Joe and all, and thinking to myself, I've got to be able to understand what all this means, but I couldn't. Nick, all I feel is happiness. And how lucky I am to be here with you and spend time with you. I mean, you saved me. And you're the only man I've ever known, really. I don't want to go back to the others right now.
Why not, Kelly? They love you, and I'm sure they miss you very much. Why not?
Because I don't know them. And I know they'll expect me to act a certain way and be a certain kind of person, and I'm just not ready yet.
But if you don't try to go back now, you may never be able to.
Well, is that such a terrible thing? I want to go on being the way I am with you. Did you really want to go back tonight?
I'm happy here, Kelly. Out in the middle of nowhere with you, I am very happy here.
It's like our own world, isn't it? Just ours.
And no matter what happens, we'll always have this place and this time together. You know, and even if we do go back, nothing can take that away from us.
Maybe not, but I don't want to risk it, Nick. It means too much to me. The way you are.
I didn't want you to call your mom.
She doesn't have it. She said she'd be glad to give us anything if she had it to give. It really worries me. I thought she had something to put away. I don't like to think of her as being broke. Anyway, I struck out there. Now what do we do?
Well, Augusta won't kick through.
You sure?
Yeah, I know her. I'd have to humiliate myself, and she'd only dangle in front of my nose and snatch it away. It's got to be somebody else.
What about Warren or Lionel?
Of course.
What?
I got an idea.
What do you think?
Why didn't I think of this before? Hang on, move over. In fact, give me your hand. Hang on. Cross your fingers. Ready?
I can't. You're killing the circulation of my hand.
All right. This is a money call. Money, 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 money.
Across these.
Yeah, that's very good. Ready?
Uh-huh.
Ah, Mrs. Lockridge. Minx. How you doing? This is Brick.
Nick? I want you to make love to me.
Mason, please help me. I'll do anything you want. I already made you Brenda's trustee.
I know that.
And I'm glad I did because I like you. I feel like you're the only one I can trust now.
Gina, what you're asking is very difficult.
No, it's not. It's very, very easy. I need a car. I can't get one. I have no identification or credit cards. You have a car. You could drive us to the airport or even a bus station.
And then what?
Nothing. I won't ask anything else of you, I swear.
And then you'll just disappear into the night, never to be heard or seen from again.
That's right.
It's impossible, Gina.
Dad'll find you. Now, he might be willing to let you go even though you're pregnant, but there's no way he's going to let Brandon go. Brandon is Channing's son, see? He's going to find you no matter how long it takes or how much it costs.
Well, then let him try. Let him. I just need this chance to be with my little boy. Now, you can give me the chance, Mason, please. Oh, Mason, please.
Gina.
Well, do it for Brandon, if not for me.
Oh. Poor little guy. Pulled in all those directions and doesn't even know it. All right.
You'll do it?
I don't see that I have much choice, do I? Come on, we'll get him in my car. I gotta make a phone call, but I'll be out in a minute.
All right, Mason, I'll never forget you for this.
Oh, come on, Gina. Let's just hurry, okay? Be there in a second.
Yeah.
Lieutenant, it's Mason.
Mason, where are you?
I don't have time to go into that. Just get Dad on the phone, will you?
Well, what's it about? I mean, did you find out anything about Brandon or Kelly yet?
Look, I can't go into that right now, Ted. Just get Dad on the phone. Tell him it's urgent that I talk to him.
Well, don't forget Santa Barbara is with us once again tomorrow afternoon here on Sky One. So join us for another gripping episode. In half an hour, it's the Brady Bunch, but stay with us now for Wife of the Week. See you soon.